Hi, my Jamberry consultants, my leadership gold diggers, my emerging leaders, whatever you like to call yourself. Happy November. Today is Friday, and I hope that you enjoyed Tracy's Daily Nugget yesterday. Isn't she amazing? And look what you get to look forward to. All that amazing goodness when you transfer and promote out of this group. You're going to be under the training of Tracy, which is fantastic. So hope you guys have seen, but we are... Leadership Academy is in full swing. I got to sneak away to be able to do this daily nugget for you. Now, I realized that I'm hoping that you were able to watch my time management or have seen my time management challenge. I announced this on Wednesday, on November 1st. And so hopefully you've been able to go in there and take a look at it. Now, please read all the rules. And if possible, I added today, if you can submit a photo, if you're going to do the challenge, submit the photo so it's landscape. So I don't have to do this, sideways to read when you guys post your photos. I'm noticing that if you have, a wide calendar, such as my calendar, like this, please don't submit a photo that's like this because I can't read it. It's cricking my neck. I'm having to do so many. So I would really appreciate it. You'd help me out. So I realize that, there are a lot of you that are brand new to this group. So I kind of wanted to give you some ground rules for this group as well before I get into my daily nugget. And that is, if you haven't noticed the group purpose is one of being a positive and solution-oriented group. Do we have challenges? Yes, we do. And when you post a question or a post, please let it be applicable to the entire group. If there is a logistics question or a program question, please direct those towards customer support. Okay. Everything has everyone has questions, but I want you to realize this is not the only group for you, that you also have a team page, that you also have the all consultants page. Those groups are in conjunction with this. This group is to help you get down to the nitty gritty of recruiting, follow-up, time management, host coaching, just getting your mind wrapped around being a leader. And yes, these girls can help you find an answer to specific questions or challenges you are facing. But if you will post it or put it in there, and I know that you may be frustrated, but if you say, I'm frustrated, I don't know what to do, why can't I do this? That comes across to me when I have to approve these posts as something as I just need an answer and I'm not going to go search for it. And unfortunately, maybe I'm misinterpreting it, but I want you to realize that sometimes we have to struggle to get through because it makes us stretch and get better. And I've talked about this in many different nuggets, but because you're new to this and they're probably hidden. Sometimes you have to go back to some of the old videos to find those hidden nuggets. But I've told the story about the butterfly, and there are two words that I kind of want to talk about, is empowering and enabling. And as leaders, emerging leaders, are we wanting to be enabled or are we wanting to be empowered? And are we enabling or are we empowering? So it can be done to us and we can do it to others. When I talk about enabling, do we do things for our team members that really they should search out for and struggle a little bit? Okay, I'm not asking them to fail, but they've got to get to a point where they've got to really work for it. I will tell you, I have struggled in this business. I've struggled being a sales manager because I don't have all the answers. But I have to search, and sometimes I have to find it myself because nobody else has the answer. But I do my best. So therefore, I learn and therefore I can share. Sometimes we just have to do that. So that is empowering when we give others room to struggle and room to grow. I seriously need to do my training again on the butterfly. And so at some point, I probably will do that, but I'm not going to do that today. So think about, are we enabling people or by giving them the answers, by spoon feeding them, and then when it gets tough, they decide to quit the business? Or are we empowering them by letting them know that they can find the answer, guide them in a place, have them look for it? If at the end of the day, they haven't found it, have them search one more time, because sometimes you got to explore and you might find some fantastic things out there. Okay. Stacy's saying I organize a resource library for my downline through Dropbox. So that is a great resource. Don't forget to guide them to Jamberry University. So it's probably a little bit of enabling, Stacy, is what I would say, is that you're giving it to them, but they're not searching the places. So if you were to disappear, if you were to, leave Jamberry, how does that help them find what they're looking for if you put down that Dropbox? So something to think about. All right. You run your business your way, but if you're wondering if your girls are, struggling and not finding their own feet, you might want to take a look. And I realized that I've done that for my kids, and I've had to step back a little bit and make them struggle. And sometimes it hurts in here. Really, it does, to watch people struggle. But at the end of the day, when you see your kids and have them reach their goals, it's pretty awesome. Okay. You guys are like moms for all these brand new recruits. All right, Daily Nugget here. Sorry about that. I know I went all over, but sometimes I need to say that with our new groups. And don't forget that I'll be posting another graphic this month for you to tell, where you're at if you have re-ranked. So we're going to wait for till next week, and I'll put another graphic up there. All right, so you know about my time management challenge. Well, I know some of you are not going to be able to participate because you use a bullet journal. Okay. And bullet journals are fantastic. And if you already use a system that is working for you, I don't want you to participate, even though you want this awesome planner. The thing about it is that I want people who are struggling to find something that works. And sometimes we need to get a little boost, right? That's why you're doing this. That's so A, if you're bullet journaling. B, if your life is so hectic that you cannot schedule a week ahead, pretty much the blocks of time that you can work, then I'm sorry. I don't know what to say to that, except that you can be fluid, but you have to have a plan. Does that plan have to be in concrete? No, it doesn't have to be in concrete, but I want you to start thinking about it. Have a plan ahead of time. If things have to go in flux, so let's say you set your hours to be 1 to 3 as your power hour, and it ends up being 2 to 3:30. So at least it was in that time, and at least you had it scheduled. I'm okay with that. I need something to look at that shows some kind of planning. Okay, that's what I'm looking for in this challenge. So if you feel that you are not able to participate in this challenge, I still want to talk about time management, because I'm going to give you the opportunity to submit at least something for the next week. And again, you have to submit a weekly plan for the next 8 weeks. And if that's too much for you, I want you to submit a plan just for next week. Okay? And that way then I can give away a wrap for somebody who doesn't think they can do the full challenge. So let's talk about time management, because maybe going back to the old video, you haven't had it, and this will be more recent. But we have some really great tools. And again, if you're a pro at this, then good on you. It's great that you have something that works. But this is for people who have never calendar blocked or even planned on time management. On the dashboard under training and resources. I have to think where I got this. And then under training tab again. So training and resources, then training. Scroll all the way down underneath the calls, and you will find this. There are two things. There's instructions, calendar blocking instructions. Okay. So those are the instructions, as well as a blank worksheet. Now, I noticed somebody used this, and this was pretty smart for them to be creative. They're using this sheet as, instead of using the weeks over here, they're using these as the topics, or kind of like your power hour, your parties, your things like that, your office hours, your family time, whatever it is. That was pretty creative. I'm not sure, because as a weekly view, to have it in a binder, how you're going to view that. But it is a great start. So I'm going to give you that. So this is what you'd be marking off. This is a month overview. This is not a weekly overview, but she happened to use it. But please look at this as a monthly overview. And that is what these instructions are talking about. Okay, right there. And this is a sample sheet. And you're probably going, oh my gosh, what are all those X's and check marks and boxes and circles and all that stuff? Well, we get out 4 different pins, and I'm pulling out my 4 different highlighters right here. This is, again, a high level overview. This is where you're going to get out your 4 markers, and this is the way we have it. We have it marked out with red. The red pen is family time, times that you cannot work your business, okay? I'm talking about, this is family time. And why do I say family time? Because if you're married, if you have kids, if you have a partner, they need to be a part of your life. I'm sorry, but you married that person because you love them. So they need to have some of your undivided attention. And you produced some children on raising kids. This is part of that. Okay. So you need to make sure that they are a part of your life. Jamberry, again, I know I say this all the time, but Jamberry needs to be a part of your life, not your entire life. Then we have a green marker, and the green marker is for money. And how do we make money? Through parties. Okay. We need to use, pick out those dates, those time blocks that you can actually have events where you can make some money. Okay. This is blue. And this is all in the instructions. Blue is for team trainings, okay? Or things like this, or if you're going to do some coaching calls with your team. That is what this is for. And then you have purple. Purple, Jamberry. Now, obviously we picked 4 colors. Now you can do whatever you like, but Jamberry is for your power hours, okay? Where you're going to do your IGAs, your IPAs, these types of trainings. I mean, seriously, I am on here at 3 o'clock Mountain Time every single day. You should make time to watch these, because those of you who have watched my nuggets have seen your business increase. I'm hoping you have seen your business increase. I'm hearing that your business is increasing because of these nuggets. So I'm giving you good information. Have that marked in there. Does that mean that you are able to do it every single day? Maybe not, but at least it's in there, right? And so visually you can see that. So on a high level overview, you can see how that is marked up, but that doesn't give you details. So at a glance, you can say, okay, these are the days I'm doing my power hours. These are the days I'm doing my parties. These are the days that I'm going to do a training, a Facebook Live training, or this is our team meeting online via Zoom. And then these are days that, we're going to be on vacation and I don't want to spend time with Jamberry because I need to be present with my kids. A lot of it is being present with your family, okay? That means you're not checking Facebook, all right? I'm going to tell you that. Part of it also is that it's just a quick overview. So that is what you could do in your planner that you have. You can use any planner, but you can see, let's see if I can get out where did my November go? You can see my monthly view right here, as I showed in my other thing. You can see my, wrong side. My orange is my family time. Okay, I don't have red. I use orange as my family time. This is when I'm going out of town, and I will not be doing work at this time. So I know exactly what's happening. I have purple for opportunity calls and things like that. You can see right now, Leadership Academy is happening right now. So that's in there. So I can see what's going on. So I color code everything. Now, I also have fine point pens. These are friction pens. I commented on these. These are retractable friction pens, and they're erasable. I make mistakes. We all make mistakes, and sometimes we need to move those mistakes. So that's what these are for. But when it comes down to my daily view, you can see, here's one of my daily views. Okay, I can see my coaching calls are in this green color. My purples are my work. I have red for church, which means definitely not available. I have my workouts. Okay, I have everything in here. I know what's happening. You need to mark your calendar up. So let's talk about how do we fill up our calendar and be specific instead of just doing calendar blocking. All right, it means that you have to brain dump. And brain dump means take everything that you need to do. So let me back up a little bit. You need to have a date when you're going to do your brain dump. Okay. And there are people who love to brain dump every single day. Fantastic. That is a great skill. But a lot of us have to brain dump the week before because we know we have a lot of things coming up the following week. So I need you to brain dump it out on a piece of paper. One side is going to be Jamberry work, and the other one is going to be life. We all have priorities in our life and in our work life that we need to put into the following week. Pick up dry cleaning, carpool, if you know, kid co-ops, laundry, mow the lawn, put up decorations, bake Thanksgiving, whatever it may be. You have life things going on, as well as your follow-up, bookings, recruiting, coaching, team. Do you see what I'm saying? So you need to have a day where you take all of this and dump it out on a piece of paper. And then I want you to be able to talk with your spouse, talk with your partner, talk with the important person in your life, and find out what is happening in their life so that you make sure that you don't schedule something on something that might be important to them. It's important to respect that partner and their schedule as well, because if you don't respect their schedule, how are they going to respect your Jamberry business? How will they support you? Will they be supportive, or will they be one that says, you spend so much time in this Jamberry, I'm not going to support you because it's going to be tension all the time, even if you earn an incentive trip. Okay, you can have a great week, but the rest of the 52 or 51 weeks of the year, if there's tension, it's not a good thing. Okay, so being able to brain dump it, work with your partner, and say, you know, I'm planning on having these events on this time. If this is time I'm talking about that might conflict with something that's going on in the evenings, on the weekends, something like that you're home together, because if he's off at work and she's off at work and you're at home and you can do your business without interrupting any other family time, that's okay. But when it comes to evenings and weekends, that's like the important part. Okay, that's what I'm talking about. Having a schedule and sitting down and making sure they work together. So working with them. Then you need to make sure you set your business hours. Have you told your team what your business hours are? Yeah, that's a terrible word. What are your business hours? And have you told your team your business hours? Because that, I think, is a lot of part of us realizing that, oh my gosh, I'm working 24/7 because I answer every single text, message, private message, any question that comes up. And I apologize. I will tell you right now, I've had to step away a little bit from commenting on our Leadership Goal Diggers group because with over 2,000 people on there, it's hard. It's hard for me to have a life outside of this business. So I apologize, but I am going through there. I do take time. I do schedule that to be able to go through there and read the comments. So I have to set my business hours. Set your business hours and let your team know this is what your hours are. Why do I want to say a different word? What your business hours are through a graphic, and make sure that they know that you are still available, but these are the times where you'll be answering questions unless it is an emergency. And most of the time, ladies, Jamberry emergencies are few and far between. Okay? Really. And if you feel stressed and overwhelmed, it's because you haven't set your business hours. Even if you're single, do this for me. Okay? So now you have your brain dump list. You have your business hours. You have your times off. Now I want you to what I call plug and perform. So you take your list of 6 items, and I talked about this: 3 Jamberry, 3 Life, 4 Life, 2 Jamberry, 5 Life, 1 Jamberry. Okay, there's 6. And be able to plug those into your daily format. Okay, so you're taking items from your brain dump life list and putting them into Monday, Tuesday, Wednesday, Thursday, Friday, Saturday, Sunday. And then you have your Jamberry list, brain dump list, and going in and plugging it in Monday, Tuesday, Wednesday, Thursday, Friday, Saturday, okay, or Sunday. One of those days, remember, you need to take time off to recharge. If you do not, you will burn out. This business is a marathon, as I mentioned before. I know this might, some of it be repeats, but sometimes we don't get it up here, and I want you to get it. Okay, so your IGAs are 6 productive priorities. What are they? Bookings, host coaching, parties, recruiting, customer follow-up, and team coaching. If you're working with your team, that means you should be having team meetings. And I think I'm going to have to talk about team meetings next week, because I'm actually talking about team meetings today at Leadership Academy. But why we have them and what they should be. I will tell you, a lot of us don't realize what team meetings are. What are team meetings for? Really there to help our team. And you aren't the only person on your team. So you need to have everyone on your team participating. Okay? So, all right, I think I told you 6 productive priorities. Those are the most important things. What I'm going to do is I'm going to post the link for the video, and I want you to watch that video if you haven't watched it before. But I want you to tell me your aha moment. I want you to post your business hours. Tell me what your business hours are. I want you to make a graphic of your business hours, because I want you to be able to post that to your team. And I want you to send me a picture of your business plan or your plan for the week, and I will have 3 random winners. By Sunday, you have to post this, which is the same time as those of you doing my team management challenge, and I have Bellagio for you, okay? So, Bellagio, one of these awesome sister style wraps that we no longer do sister style, but ColourPop. So this is up for 3 random winners, okay? So I see that there are, and Caroline, you'll post the graphic down below. And congratulations on being a top sales. I saw that. So great job. Sorry, I digress. Sorry, you guys, I have not had a lot of sleep this week. It's been a very stressful week. But again, if you're not wanting to do the full 8-week challenge, the time management challenge, then do what I say. You need to do your brain dump. You don't have to show it to me, but I want you to create your plan. You need to submit it by Sunday. I want you to give me a graphic of your office hours, okay? And submit it by Sunday. And those of you doing my time management challenge for the 8 weeks, remember, there are rules. You need to make sure you read those. Submit the plan horizontally so I don't have to do this, okay? You can see my neck is kind of tight. I need to get a massage, because one of these 3 babies will be yours for drawing for people who submit all 8 weeks. You have to submit all 8 weeks. Okay? So, all right, guys, thank you again. And Monday we'll start fresh. I apologize. I feel like I am an absolute hot mess this week. But hey, by the way, I have, let's see, Daredevil. I put on Cheeky on all my lips, and then I put Daredevil just on top on the bottom lip, and I feel like it just gave it a little more depth. So don't feel afraid of trying out different combinations. You never know. You could put, maybe you could put Daredevil on, and then maybe you could put a little bit of Charming on top of that, just kind of to lighten it up, give you a little plumper lip. So try out all sorts of stuff, and look forward to seeing you next week. Have a great weekend. Make it productive. Remember, be proactive, be positive. It's all up here. You need to try new things, and that's what I'm trying to get you to do. Things that might be a little bit uncomfortable, but one day you'll look back and you go, why didn't I try that sooner? That's what it's all about. All right, guys, take care. We'll see you next time. Bye.